After a conference sweep of Auburn over the weekend, Texas back to #1 in the nation in every major poll. Longhorns tonight take a break from conference action as they welcome in the Lumberjacks from Stephen F. Austin. And welcome to McCombs Field alongside Megan Willis. I'm David Salzman. Longhorns 31-2 overall. They continue to roll.
Yeah, and she's going to get a lot of ground ball outs as right on cue.
Mia Scott over to Katie Simmons, one down.
And I think the other thing to stay with Morgan, not able to let that leash go too long either, right? So when you get out there, especially as a starter, you've got to be ready.
Call strike 3. And there's 2 down.
And right now she does look like she's in a groove. The way that she's
Leanne Good to her left, on to first in time, and that's a 10-pitch first inning for Mac Morgan. Longhorn bats.
To compare anyone to Janae Jefferson and what she did for this program, it says a lot in itself.
Lusk on to first and Lily Bean, and there's 1 down. Alexis Telford in the circle for SFA. They'll head to Starkville, Mississippi this weekend for a 3-game set at Mississippi State. Lifted to shallow right center, and it'll fall for a base hit for Henry. Give her a 7-game hit streak, and she's reached base now.
The reason why she is successful is it's a little funky windup, and I think to get timing on that for a batter is why you're seeing that ERA in her.
Scott for 3 for 10 in the sweep of Auburn. 4 runs scored, 3 runs batted in. That's a 4-pitch walk to the senior. Runners on first and second with 1 away. Second on the squad, Katie Stewart, leading everyone in RBIs with 53. To right, Kaylee Paul there, 2 down. To center, Birkeland misplays it over her head all the way to the wall. Henry scores, here comes Mia Scott. And the misplay leads to 2 runs for the Longhorns. It's 2.
For Telford in the circle, you thought she got out of this inning, and that ball was just misplayed completely by Birkeland, coming in a little bit too hard there.
Ruled a double, so
defense have her back and remind her, you know, keep throwing those pitches.
Birkeland with the play here, this time makes it. And that'll do it in the first for the Longhorns. But they get the break. Add 2 more runs batted in to Katie Stewart's nation-leading season total. 2-0 Longhorns.
Working hard to find their number 2. Those are still really great numbers that they're dealing with.
First pitch swinging off the bat of Kamari Esther, and Leanne Good, her throw, takes Simmons off the bag. And all of last season for SFA, they're 2 away from tying that total. This is lifted to right center, and it's a gapper. 1 hopper off the wall. And now trying to head back to first is Bean. Now they'll throw home to get a sliding Esther. After
on the fact, because she was out by a couple of feet.
Adeline Becerra could be 2, and it is 6-4-3. So the Lumberjacks squander a golden opportunity. Mac Morgan gets out of the second.
Games on the road, I always think that would be pretty tough.
That misses, and Kuroga works the leadoff walk.
And that's a good hold right there. That's that off speed again. And I do like the way Alexis.
For regional, 14 straight years, remarkable. Runner going, slow roller to Jamie Varga at short, and that throw not in time as Good races her way to first.
I think that
To the Southland this season. Bennett hit .425 at Abilene Christian last year. Lifted to left, Chloe Renaud out of her reach and off the wall. Kuroga coming around to score. Play at the plate, gets away from the catcher, Adeline Becerra, as Leanne Good slides in to make it 4-0.
is a great piece of hitting by Katie Bennett. She gets the ball on the outside corner. It's elevated just a little bit, but not bad location. And she's able to get it just past a diving Renault in left field. Now in the running case, I feel like this ball definitely is going to beat Leanne Good, the second runner coming in. And I feel like because she was right on her tail, you had Quiroga like crossing right.
SEC Player of the Week going 5 for 6 against Auburn. To center, Birkeland the catch, tagging from third. Bennett, she'll slide in safely. Texas extends the lead to 5-0.
I feel like that's becoming quite the theme here for the Texas Longhorns.
That'll find the hole in the left. A 2 for 2 day so far for the Texas center fielder.
I just expect to see that count rise, especially as they're getting into conference play.
Runner going, and the ball gets away from the catcher Becerra. Give Henry another stolen base. That's 21 of the season for the sophomore. Took 2 of 3. She's worked the count full. And on her way to third, throw just went to the circle and Telford, and Henry catches SFA napping.
Yeah, got a little delayed steal act.
Lifted to center. Birkeland under it with the catch, but the 2 stolen bases will allow Henry to come in to score on the sac fly. Second sac fly of the inning, and it's 6-0 Texas.
We're going to show you that delayed steal here, and take a look. You can see she didn't even think about going back. Her shoulders are facing third. It's an easy delayed steal with her speed.
Lifted off the bat from Reese Atwood. That's a Texas home run. No doubter for Atwood, her 13th round tripper of the year. Add 1 to this total, a no doubt Texas round tripper.
And you can see they were trying to hammer it inside, and this ball was just left over the middle of the plate. And again, to a batter like Atwood, you just can't miss, especially if you're trying to go inside.
A 4-pitch walk to start Gaines' outing.
Coach Jackson talked about Gaines and the fact that she has a really tight spin. With her being the senior, she is a leader on this team.
Off the bat of Simmons, charging Varga on to first, and a nice play to end the inning. But Texas
that momentum they had, and then the next pitch, it was a 6-4-3 double play.
Mia Scott in the right spot. 1 down. Yeah, Kamari Esther led off the second with the. Believe me, what you're saying much more important on tonight's broadcast. Dribbler back to Morgan, and there's 2 down. So she's faced the minimum 2 down in the third. What's been the difference? Because she did struggle over the weekend against Auburn.
Yeah, I think again if you're just, that's where she's successful.
So Kelly Paul, the 9-hole hitter, tough play for good, and Paul will reach base. So that's her 30th hit of the season and 73 at bat. She's hitting over 400. Started just 4 of them. She just had 4 hits on the season. Now she's up to 30 midway through the year. That's another tough play, and there'll be no play at all for good. And back-to-back singles for SFAs. They look to get a 2-out rally going here on the top of the third.
The shading, that allows this hit to become a hit. You can see how much room she has there.
Hope Lusk first pitch swinging. That'll be a gapper to right center field. Paul scores. Birkeland waved around third. It's a 2-run double for Lusk. And SFA's on the board.
What a big at-bat right there by Hope.
Inning. So at this point, 7 runs in their last 5 innings, and perhaps more here. Into center. Henry's throw home, and that will easily get Hope Lusk at the plate. That ends the inning, but not before SFA's bats light up Mac Morgan for 4 straight hits. But the play from Kaden Henry to Katie Stewart ends the inning.
This is an excellent throw by Henry, coming all the way in to make an absolute easy back-to-back national championships. I think you deserve to at least start #1. You got to lose the title, don't you?
Vanessa Quiroga's reached base both times to the plate. Got the 5-run set. Ranked #1. Top 5 ranked teams in the nation coming from the SEC. Oh, by the way, top 5 in the RPI also for the SEC, although Texas 5th. 7 of the
Tennessee, you're going to see LSU and Oklahoma. And at Tennessee, you got Carlin Pickens, even though they're sitting there at number 10, she just got clocked at 78 miles an hour, 78.2, which
it's just good to see her out there. Lifty it, and it'll fall in front of Varga. No play. Bases loaded.
Again, a seeing eye single. How many we've seen for these 4 Texas?
A 7-2 Texas lead. To right, Kaylee Paul under it. Tagging from third is Wallace. Here's the throw off target, and it's 8-2 Longhorns. Two sac flies for Maloney tonight.
Maloney does a good job waiting to get a pitch. That one is up in the zone, and this time a little deeper than that last one, but just enough to be able to get that sac.
3 stolen bases, couple of runs scored. This deep to left, over the head of Renault and off the wall. Good scores. Bennett stops at third. An RBI double for Henry, and the Longhorns continue to pour it on.
I think what's fun to watch with this Texas offense is you're watching a top of the order, even down with Katie Bennett, they're able to get the ball up. They're going to try to hit it deep, where they're usually, I think you can, Mia Scott is the one I think of how every single year just has gotten stronger and stronger.
Bean gets to the bag in time. However, Bennett comes in to score, and it's 10-2. With a deep fly here last time up, 15th home run of the year. This time a grounder to third, and Lusk on to Bean to end the inning. But Texas piling it on at home. 3 more runs in the last time we saw her was Friday. She allowed 2 runs to Auburn, but that after Texas was up 12-0. First pitch swinging, Kamari Esther. That's a base hit to right. That's the 7th hit of the day for SFA with no outs. Payoff coming to Bean. And the first 2 hitters have reached base for SFA here in the 4th.
I'm trying to get a beat right here on Salmon a little bit, and I don't feel that I'm watching her quite.
In the 4th. Off the glove, no play. Bases loaded for the Lumberjacks. Into the glove of Scott, onto home for the force. With the Astros, Varga at 4-11 awaits the payoff. Works the walk, run scores. 2-2 from Salmon. Back to Salmon, onto home. And that's the only play, 2 away. She's had to miss some games this season because of her studies. Got her. Cam Salmon comes through and limits the damage to a run. Longhorn still to short. Varga on to first in time. The more funny than you think award?
Well, maybe not, because I think everyone, it shows.
That is ripped into left for a base hit, and Hunter is on with 1 down.
So of each pitch right now.
Vance and a misplay, but still It was Vance able to step on the bag in time to force out Hunter, and there's 2 down. And now Leanne Good, who's scored her previous 2 trips to the plate. That gets out of the glove of the catcher Becerra, and Karuga moves over to second.
And really, I don't see
from tying their total win total in 2024. To right, Paul there for the out. And for the first time tonight, Texas off the board, but still a comfortable 10-3. Regional rivalries renewed and obviously much less travel. It's a full count to Hope Lusk, who's leading off the 5th. Salmon gets her for the first out. Back-to-back strikeouts for but Vance is one of 3 players from the province of British Columbia. Then you have 1 player from Kirkland, Washington, and that's it. Oh, nice heady play. Bennett able to stay with it after that was off the glove of Salmon, and there's 2 down.
we get to looking real good right now.
Couple of singles for Esther so far. Popped up. An easy play by Brister, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Salmon after she struggled in the 4th. Texas needs 1 tonight. She is due to hit second here in the bottom of the 5th, with Katie Bennett leading the inning off. Liner that was off of the glove of Varga for a moment, and the throw to first is not handled. 5. Runner going, throw down, got her. What a great tag applied by the shortstop Varga, and there's 1 down.
The dish to be able to get rid of this fast, especially with a lefty up there. And like you just mentioned, Varga being able to put that tag on, though on her back.
Here's the payoff. Lined into the glove of Varga, who continues to flash the leather this inning. She'll reach base again. Her perfect night continues. Lifted and will fall fair. On her way to third is Henry, then it gets away. Henry coming in to score. And that will do it. An 8-run lead for Texas in the bottom of the 5th means the Longhorns have run-ruled the Lumberjacks, an 11-3 victory.
This is just another one of those singles that finds its way in the hole, and unfortunately this is misplayed by the right field. Kaylee Paul, this ball did not need to go all the way to third. She needed it to go to second, and if that ball doesn't go to third, it doesn't get away. But you can see here, great job. They were gonna hold her there at third. She's safe all the way, and not the way that the Jacks want to see that game end.
So Shylin Brister comes up with the base hit that leads to